Imagine this. It's past midnight, players are exhausted, fans are losing their voices, and then one swing changes everything. This is the story of the longest World Series game in recent history, and trust me, you won't believe how it ended. October baseball is supposed to be dramatic, but what happened in this game, it shattered every expectation. We're talking about an 18-inning marathon that lasted over 5 hours, a game so intense that relief pitchers became starting pitchers and bench players became heroes. And at the center of it all, Freddie Freeman and one unforgettable moment. Let's dive into the wildest ride in World Series history. Here's what you need to understand. The World Series isn't just another baseball game. It's the championship, the pinnacle. Everything these players have worked for their entire lives comes down to these moments. The Dodgers and their opponents were locked in a battle, the kind of battle where every pitch feels like it could decide the series. The score was tied, tension was through the roof, and nobody, absolutely nobody, expected what was about to unfold. Think of it like this. You're watching a movie that's supposed to end in 2 hours, but instead, it keeps going and going. And every time you think it's over, there's another twist. That's what this game felt like. The game started normally enough. Good pitching, solid defense, a few runs here and there. But as we moved into the later innings, something shifted. The 9th inning came and went, tied. The 10th inning, still tied. 11th, 12th, 13th innings, you get the picture. Players who thought they'd be celebrating or heading home by 10 p.m. were now deep into extra innings, battling fatigue, cramps, and the mental warfare that comes with marathon games. Here's where it gets crazy. Managers started running out of pitchers. Position players were warming up in the bullpen just in case. The crowd, which had been roaring for hours, was now running on pure adrenaline and probably way too much stadium coffee. And the players, they were digging deeper than they'd ever dug before. Let me paint you a picture of what 18 innings does to a human body. Your legs feel like concrete. Your hands are blistered from swinging the bat dozens of times. If you're a pitcher, your arm is screaming at you to stop. Mental focus becomes almost impossible when you've been locked in for over 5 hours. But here's the beautiful part about baseball, and especially World Series baseball. Nobody quits. Freddie Freeman had already been at the plate multiple times. He'd seen hundreds of pitches. His body was tired. But champions don't let fatigue win. They wait for their moment. And Freddie's moment was coming. Picture this scene. It's the bottom of the 18th inning. The stadium lights are glowing against the dark sky. Fans who thought about leaving hours ago are now standing, knowing they're witnessing history. The pitcher is exhausted. He's thrown more pitches tonight than he normally would in a week. Every muscle in his body is begging for rest. Freddie Freeman steps into the batter's box. Now here's what makes this moment even more special. Freeman isn't just any player, he's a veteran, a first baseman known for his consistency, his leadership, and his ability to come through when it matters most. But even he had never experienced anything quite like this. The count works itself. Ball, strike, foul ball. Each pitch feels like it's happening in slow motion. And then, the pitcher winds up, he releases. Freeman swings. The sound of the bat connecting with the ball is different. You know that sound. It's the crack that tells you immediately. This one's gone. The ball soars into the night sky. The crowd erupts before it even lands. Players are already leaving the dugout. Freeman is rounding first base, watching his ball disappear into the seats. Walk-off home run. Game over. 18 innings of pure, exhausting, beautiful baseball. Decided by one perfect swing. Here's the thing about sports. We watch because we never know what's going to happen. We watch because sometimes, just sometimes, we witness something we'll talk about for the rest of our lives. This wasn't just the longest World Series game in years. It was a testament to perseverance, to never giving up, even when your body is screaming at you to quit. Think about Freeman's teammates who kept the game alive for 17 innings. Think about the pitchers who threw their hearts out inning after inning. Think about the fans who stayed, who believed, who witnessed history. This is why we love October baseball. Let's talk numbers for a second. 18 innings in a World Series game is rare. We're talking about a game that lasted longer than most people's workdays. More pitches were thrown than in some entire playoff series from decades ago. But you know what? Years from now, people won't remember the exact pitch count. They won't remember every single play. They'll remember Freddie Freeman. They'll remember the sound of that bat. They'll remember where they were when one of the longest World Series games in recent memory ended in the most dramatic way possible. That's the magic of these moments. They transcend statistics. They become stories, legends. Can you imagine the clubhouse after that game? The pure euphoria mixed with complete physical exhaustion. Players celebrating while simultaneously collapsing from fatigue. Freeman, the hero, probably couldn't even feel his arms, but in that moment, surrounded by his teammates, knowing he just delivered one of the most memorable moments in World Series history, pain doesn't matter. On the other side, heartbreak, the kind of loss that stings because you gave everything and it still wasn't enough. That's baseball, that's sports. Someone has to lose for someone to win, but both teams, they left everything on that field. So let's recap this incredible journey. We started with a normal World Series game. It turned into an 18-inning marathon that tested every player's physical and mental limits. And it ended with Freddie Freeman launching a walk-off home run that sent fans into a frenzy and secured his place in baseball history. This is the kind of game that reminds us why we love sports. The unpredictability, the drama, the human stories behind every pitch, every swing, every play. Baseball has given us countless unforgettable moments, but this game, this 18-inning epic that ended with one swing from Freddie Freeman, this is the stuff of legends. It's a reminder that in sports, you're never out of it until that final out is recorded. It's proof that sometimes the greatest moments come when we're pushed beyond our limits. And for everyone who watched that game, who stayed up past midnight, who witnessed history unfold in real time, you gotta see something truly special. So the next time someone tells you baseball is boring, tell them about this game. Tell them about 18 innings of heart-stopping action. Tell them about Freddie Freeman and the night he became a hero. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of baseball's most epic moments, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, there are plenty more incredible sports stories to come. And drop a like if you would have stayed all 18 innings to see that walk-off.